Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, so you never miss a play. The NFL world is buzzing with one of the most shocking moves of the season. And it's official now, explosive wide receiver CeeDee Lamb has signed with the Washington Commanders, sending ripples across the league and leaving Cowboys fans in sheer disbelief. Rumors had been swirling for weeks about potential contract disputes, trade talks, and the possibility of Lamb exploring free agency. But no one expected the deal to be finalized so abruptly. Sources close to the situation hint that negotiations accelerated dramatically after a series of private meetings between Lamb's representatives and the Commanders' front office. Discussions that reportedly focused not only on financial terms, but also on Lamb's envisioned role in Washington's offensive scheme. Fans of the Commanders are ecstatic, imagining the immediate impact a player of Lamb's caliber can bring to a team that has struggled for explosive offensive playmakers. Meanwhile, the Cowboys are left scrambling to reassess their roster and offensive strategy, knowing that losing a star receiver of this magnitude will undoubtedly alter their dynamics. Analysts are already speculating how this signing might shift the balance in the NFC, as Washington now boasts a receiving threat capable of dominating any secondary in the league. The timing of the deal seems almost cinematic, coinciding with the preseason buzz and giving the Commanders a massive morale boost. What makes this signing even more fascinating is the backstory behind Lamb's decision. Sources suggest that Lamb's relationship with the Cowboys coaching staff had been under strain for months, with disagreements over play calling, target distribution, and even off-field team culture allegedly playing a role. Insiders hint that Lamb had been privately exploring alternatives, quietly communicating with multiple teams to gauge interest and fit, with the Commanders emerging as the frontrunner after demonstrating a commitment to building the offense around his skill set. The deal reportedly includes performance incentives, leadership responsibilities, and a degree of creative input on offensive planning, a package that seems tailor-made for a player of Lamb's ambition and talent. In Washington, the media landscape exploded within minutes of the announcement, with social media platforms flooded with reactions ranging from pure elation to stunned disbelief. Cowboys fans expressed frustration, disappointment, and a sense of betrayal, as Lamb had become the face of their franchise and a consistent offensive threat for multiple seasons. The Commanders, meanwhile, are positioning this acquisition as a statement move, a declaration that they intend to compete at the highest level and disrupt the established hierarchies of the NFC. The narrative practically writes itself, a superstar receiver making a dramatic switch, a rival team losing a cornerstone player, and the league's balance of power suddenly shifting in a way few could have predicted just days ago. Adding another layer to the story, some insiders are pointing to the influence of coaching changes in Washington as a key factor in attracting Lamb, the new offensive coordinator, known for his aggressive, vertical passing schemes and player-focused approach, reportedly pitched the vision to Lamb in one of the most persuasive recruiting efforts the league has seen in recent years. Lamb, always ambitious and highly aware of his career trajectory, is said to have been impressed by the promise of a system designed to maximize his strengths, particularly in open field situations where his speed and route running precision can create game-breaking plays. Compounding this, Commanders management is reportedly offering Lamb a platform, not only as a player but as a leader within the locker room, promising him a voice in shaping team culture and mentoring younger receivers. The deal has sent shockwaves not only because of the player involved, but also because of the implications it carries for both franchises. Cowboys executives are now reportedly in damage control mode, assessing the void left in their offense and exploring potential trades or free agent signings to compensate for the sudden departure. Analysts are debating whether Washington's gamble will pay off immediately, or if the integration process might create early season growing pains. But one thing is clear, the NFL landscape has been fundamentally altered. Fans are already adjusting their expectations, with betting odds and fantasy projections being rewritten as CeeDee Lamb prepares to wear the burgundy and gold. The cultural impact of this signing cannot be understated, as Lamb is not just any wide receiver. He is a dynamic, marketable superstar with a global following. Merchandise sales are expected to surge instantly, and social media engagement has already spiked following the announcement. From a branding perspective, Washington has suddenly gained a marquee player capable of attracting national attention, increasing ticket sales, and energizing a fan base eager for relevance after seasons of middling performance. This move may even redefine the team's identity, signaling a shift toward a more aggressive, high-profile approach to roster building. Meanwhile, Cowboys supporters are left grappling with the sudden void, forced to reassess their team's long-term strategy, while processing the emotional blow of losing a player who has become synonymous with their franchise's competitive aspiration. Rumors continue to swirl about potential reactions from other players, some of whom may be motivated to either follow Lamb to Washington or renegotiate their positions, adding yet another layer of intrigue. The media frenzy surrounding this signing is unprecedented, with sports talk shows dedicating entire segments to dissecting the impact on both teams, potential playoff implications, and the broader NFC landscape. Rumor mills suggest that Lamb's signing could catalyze a wave of bold moves across the league, with teams looking to emulate Washington's audacity in securing a game-changing talent, creating a domino effect of trades and acquisitions that could redefine the 2025 NFL season. Fans are particularly intrigued by how Lamb's presence will alter the Commanders' offensive identity. Known for his speed, precision routes, and ability to create separation against any defensive back, Lamb provides a weapon that fundamentally changes play-calling options. Analysts speculate that, with Lamb on board, the team may transition from a conservative, methodical offense to a high-octane, vertical passing attack capable of exploiting mismatches and forcing defenses into difficult adjustments. The quarterback, previously burdened with limited receiving options, suddenly gains a reliable target capable of transforming red zone efficiency and third down conversions. Meanwhile, defensive coordinators across the league are reportedly scrambling to adjust their scouting strategies, knowing that Lamb's unique combination of athleticism and football IQ creates matchup nightmares. Rumors even hint at potential ripple effects on Washington's offensive line and supporting cast, with management exploring upgrades to complement Lamb's arrival and ensure he can operate in optimal conditions. The psychological impact is equally significant, as teammates reportedly feel an immediate surge in confidence and motivation, believing that they now possess a legitimate weapon capable of turning close games into decisive victories. Social media buzz underscores this sentiment, with fans already debating hypothetical scenarios, highlight reels, and touchdown celebrations, further fueling the narrative that Washington's acquisition of Lamb is nothing short of transformative. The timing of Lamb's move also feeds into a larger narrative of rivalry and symbolism. Leaving Dallas, a team he dominated for years, to join Washington adds a layer of dramatic tension that sports media thrives upon. The optics are undeniably compelling, a top-tier player departing a division rival and immediately positioning his new team as a contender against his former squad. Rumors suggest that internal dynamics in Dallas may have been strained, with some teammates reportedly frustrated by Lamb's departure, while others express sympathy, understanding his desire for a fresh start in a system tailored to his strengths. The announcement has prompted a surge of fan engagement, not just in Washington and Dallas, but nationwide, as the league witnesses the rare spectacle of a high-profile move reshaping narratives, rivalries, and expectations simultaneously. Betting markets have already reacted, adjusting odds for NFC East dominance and playoff outcomes, signaling the tangible impact of Lamb's decision. Analysts are dissecting every angle: contract terms, team chemistry, offensive schematics, and potential long-term implications for both franchises. Even casual observers are drawn into the drama, captivated by the story of a superstar making a bold leap, defying expectations, and potentially altering the course of an entire season with a single signing. Part 1 concludes with whispers of an even larger strategic vision behind the signing. Rumors hint that Washington may not be stopping with Lamb, as the front office reportedly views this move as a signal to the league. The Commanders are serious about contention, willing to invest heavily in marquee talent to disrupt established hierarchies. Speculation surrounds potential secondary acquisitions, offensive line reinforcements, and perhaps even surprise trades that could further bolster the roster. Insider chatter suggests that Lamb's arrival has energized internal discussions, creating a sense of urgency and ambition rarely seen in the franchise. The narrative practically writes itself: a bold move, a superstar on the move, and a league suddenly forced to recalibrate expectations. Analysts predict that Lamb's presence could redefine Washington's offensive identity, forcing rival coordinators to rethink defensive strategies. While fans eagerly anticipate the first game in which he dons the burgundy and gold, social media continues to explode with highlight reels, memes, and speculation, underscoring the cultural and competitive significance of the signing. In the background, the Cowboys are left plotting their next moves. Aware that a division rivalry just intensified in ways few could have imagined, the stage is set. The drama is palpable, and the NFL world watches as one of the season's most explosive storylines unfolds before their eyes. The buzz surrounding CeeDee Lamb's move to the Commanders shows no signs of slowing down, as insiders hint at even deeper layers to this transfer saga that have yet to fully emerge. While the headlines focus on the sheer athletic impact Lamb brings, the behind-the-scenes chatter suggests that his presence may catalyze a cultural shift within Washington's locker room, reshaping attitudes, expectations, and even team identity. Sources close to the front office describe late-night meetings where coaches, executives, and even veteran players brainstormed how to optimize Lamb's integration, balancing his on-field responsibilities with his emerging role as a leader and influencer. Rumors suggest that Lamb has already begun mentoring younger wideouts, imparting route-running insights, conditioning tips, and strategies for reading defensive coverages, an intangible influence that could pay dividends over the long term. Meanwhile, whispers persist that Cowboys management is quietly reassessing their roster, considering trades or draft moves to fill the sudden void left by Lamb's departure. Analysts speculate that this domino effect could reshape multiple rosters across the NFC, as teams react to Washington's bold acquisition by recalibrating strategies, pursuing high-impact players, or adjusting their offensive schemes. Social media chatter continues to amplify every hint, rumor, or leak, with fans dissecting training camp reports, team photos, and even Lamb's social media activity for clues about how the move is unfolding behind the scenes. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. One of the most compelling rumors gaining traction involves the potential psychological edge Lamb could provide against his former team, the Cowboys. Sources suggest that Washington may intentionally leverage matchups and highlight packages that allow Lamb to shine in games directly opposing Dallas, creating a narrative arc that is as much about storylines as it is about statistics. Some insiders even hint at subtle messaging within team meetings, emphasizing the motivational power of Lamb's journey and the idea that personal ambition can redefine professional opportunity. Cowboys players, reportedly caught off guard by the sudden move, are now navigating both the competitive and emotional implications, adjusting to the reality that a dominant defensive weapon has shifted allegiances. Analysts speculate that Lamb's deep understanding of Dallas' defensive tendencies could provide Washington with tactical advantages, though coaches caution that over-reliance on insider knowledge is risky. Meanwhile, Commanders fans are already envisioning highlight reels and touchdown celebrations that could define the season, fueling an emotional investment in Lamb's debut that transcends ordinary preseason anticipation. Rumors persist that team leadership is coordinating subtle messaging through media channels, deliberately cultivating intrigue while maintaining focus on preparation and team cohesion. The combination of athletic skill, strategic insight, and narrative drama has created an almost cinematic build-up to the first regular season face-off, ensuring that the spotlight will shine brighter than ever when Lamb steps onto the field in burgundy and gold for the first time, adding fuel to the speculation. Insider chatter points to potential ripple effects across the NFC East, with rival teams closely monitoring Washington's aggressive approach. Rumors suggest that the Commanders may be exploring complementary acquisitions, such as bolstering the offensive line or adding another receiving threat, to fully capitalize on Lamb's talents, signaling that this move could be the opening salvo in a series of bold maneuvers. Analysts are already debating the long-term implications for Cowboys management, questioning whether their approach to player retention, culture, and contract negotiations may need a dramatic overhaul. Some whisper that Lamb's presence will push teammates to elevate performance standards, knowing that elite talent can redefine expectations and force higher levels of accountability. Fans across the league are deeply engaged, dissecting practice footage, interviews, and even off-season social media posts for clues about team chemistry, game planning, and potential strategy adjustments. Sports talk shows are devoting entire segments to hypothetical scenarios, such as how defensive coordinators might attempt to slow Lamb's impact, or which games could become pivotal. In determining playoff positioning, the combination of talent, timing, and narrative intrigue ensures that Washington's signing of Lamb is being treated not as an isolated transaction, but as a seismic event, with potential league-wide consequences, affecting everything from game strategy to fan engagement metrics, merchandise sales, and social media dominance. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.